Green screen. This is cool.
What do you want behind us?
I'm thinking tropical.
Okay.
What do you think?
I try to at least keep all of our backgrounds, like pictures that I've taken, just to avoid any copyright, annoying, whatever.
True.
But I do have pictures of beaches and probably palm trees and something that looks tropical-esque. I'm sure I've got an ocean picture somewhere.
Something that is breathtaking in nature.
We'll work on that.
Yeah.
Who knows? Katie Ann Rose, how are you? Action.
Yeah. This is my first podcast ever, so I'm excited to be here. And I'm really excited that you welcomed me onto your show, so thank you.
We need guests, and it's we like learning about pretty good people. So I like conversation-esque podcast, but also, what's your deal? Give me your. If you were just on a plain brick and mortar talk show, what's your Cliff Notes?
My Cliff Notes.
Yeah.
About me, about Katie. Yeah. Me in a nutshell. So I have been acting since I was a kid. I've been drawing and painting and sketching since I probably could walk. I love animals. I've been doing film acting since high school. I actually grew up in San Diego.
That's where I was born.
You were born. Which part?
La Jolla.
Okay.
So, Mexico. But yeah.
I was born in Fullerton in Orange County.
Nice.
And then my parents moved us down to San Diego when I was almost 8. So I grew up in Escondido, which is, northeastern San Diego. Yeah. So I grew up with horses, and my parents had cats. I'm not really a huge... cats are sweet and all, but I'm not a litter box type of person.
You cannot like cats. I'm not the biggest on them.
I'm a dog person. Yeah, so I always wanted a dog. You remember the movie Radio Flyer?
No.
It was probably long before your time.
What are you, like 28 or something? You would have bullied me in high school or not.
That was a very polite way of asking me my age. Thanks. I think I've had a few more chapters than you. We'll just leave it at that.
All right.
Yes, maybe I'll hint at my age, but yeah. So
you're whatever age you're cast as.
Exactly. Thank you, sir. I will. Cheers to that. I always wanted a big dog. I always wanted a German Shepherd. I wanted to train a dog to be my own, stay by my side, all that, the companionship. They go crazy when you come home every single time, even if you're gone for like 2 seconds. It's like,
terrible
oh my God,
thing to do to a person, but to a dog, that's the move.
Right. Well, that's my dog. Like I'll leash her up at the grocery store, and the like little doggy, temporary parking area where they have water and stuff, and I'll come back out, 5 minutes later. Oh my God, Mom's back. It's just, and I'm like, dude, chill.
That reminds me of what I kind of wanted to mostly talk with you about today. So you said this all started because you said if you want to like model, actress, and mental health advocate, worker.
Counselor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a bunch of questions about that.
Okay.
But also, I was at work today, and my coworker and we normally talk about things people do that are annoying. Things that I feel like everyone does. Most people suck.
It's how you get through the day, Max.
Mm-hmm. And if, we can both agree on something that we thought at first was petty, but then we're both like, hey, no, it's annoying when people are like this, and we jive about it. But today we were like, you know what? We've been too negative recently. Let's talk about what makes us happy. What's like a little something people do that like kind of just makes your heart flutter a little bit. And so my question would be, what's like a little thing that I guess kind of makes you happy? And the example I'll use to hopefully get your brain jogging is I said 2 examples. One was if it's like Saturday morning and you see like 2 or 3 kids in a neighborhood walking home from like a gas station or something, because that usually just means like mom gave you a few bucks to go get some candy and you're about to have the time of your life later. And you just see that and you're like, oh, I used to be you guys. And then the other one was my dad or my parents have a cabin up in the woods. And I was talking with my dad on the phone and I was like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? And he said that he's like, hey, I'm up at Mackey Bar and I was able to get your mom to come up with me or whatever. And normally not a big deal, but the way he said it was like, I got your mom to come with me. Like, you believe it? It was like juvenile.
Aww.
And like, it's cool seeing someone who's like, been married that long still get like your dog, get like, amped that my wife wants to go camping with me. Like normally it should be like, no shit, but it's just like, he's still excited.
That's very sweet.
And so like,
yeah.
What are your little things?
My little things, flowers. Okay. So like I'm the girl in the Whole Foods parking lot that notices all the beautiful lavender that is growing, which of course the growing season here is quite small, like 3 or 4 months. Mm-hmm. So I will get down and when I see flowers, I smell them. I have to pick a sprig of lavender when I see it because there's so much of it and I have to put it in my hair. Okay. And dogs. I see a dog, I'm on the ground. I don't care how big, small, whatever. I have to get down. And
what do you think about Chihuahuas?
I think they're sweet, and I think that every breed can be a very sweet dog, especially if it is socialized and trained correctly. So it's all about what the human has put into it.
I am to Chihuahuas what a lot of dickheads are to pit bulls. Okay. I think they're all awful.
I've met some pretty awesome Chihuahuas, though. They have to be trained and socialized correctly. If you do not put in, so there are different breeds that require a certain amount of attention. It is like a pit bull. You have to socialize and train it and give it the energy it needs. Yeah, because Chihuahuas are definitely a herding dog. What they used to lure bears or something like that down in Mexico. Something I don't.
Like they would just sit there and the bears would want to eat them and.
No, they would lure it into some kind of a. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was a cave or something, and this is like hundreds of years ago. I need to do more research on that, though,
sure.
So don't quote me on that one. But I know they had some type of role in society in South America.
Okay.
So you got to give them something to do. Max.
Fair. There's got to be a reason they're still around. Like, 'cause, I mean, evolution or whatever survival of the fittest. Chihuahuas shouldn't be around.
Okay, then.
No, they are. So there's got to be something to them. Yeah. I think I just have a bit that I do in stand-up a lot where first of all, I've never met a nice Chihuahua. They're always angry and they're always about to die.
Did you get attacked by a Chihuahua, Max?
Yeah, my ankles have a lot of scratches on them. But they're always about to die, but they never do. Chihuahuas live forever, but they're always like right at death's door. Every single one you meet, the owner is like, this is Churro. He's 43 and he came with the trailer or whatever. And
Churro.
Am I wrong?
And horchata.
So dogs make you happy.
They do.
Lavender and dogs.
They do. I'm definitely not a fan of the idea of owning a dog that's very yappy, and I'm not a little dog person myself. I love dogs, though. I will go up to a small dog, especially if it's a sweet dog, and be like, hey, we're going to be buddies now.
Okay.
But I am all about the big ones, the Mastiffs, the Great Danes, which is a German Mastiff, Bull Mastiff. Did you know that there is such a thing called a gladiator?
Not the Jeep.
Not the Jeep. So it is a Bull Mastiff mixed with a Great Dane.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds big.
I learned this 2 years ago. It's real. It's a thing. I'm not pulling it.
What's it called? I'll look it up.
It's called a gladiator dog breed.
Gladiator movie.
Right. Well, you have to add the dog in there. Right. Google has to have some specifics.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Like one of these dudes.
Aren't they freaking cute? So we're talking jowls for days here.
Jowls?
Yeah. The things that hang.
Oh, they're those? Okay. I didn't know that.
Yes. So, and bull mastiffs and Great Danes are big babies. They're very cuddly. They're definitely family dogs.
Okay.
So put them two together.
We got a fucking party.
Exactly.
I love it. That's sick.
Or a cuddle master.
I always wanted Bernese Mountain Dog. Those were my like dream dogs.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the one bummer is I heard that they don't live the longest. Which that sucks. But
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, they do have health issues easily.
Anyways.
Yes. So dogs, back to what
Yeah.
I was saying with
Lavender dogs.
lavender dogs, flowers, roses. I love seeing, kind of like what you were saying about your parents. I love seeing old people like just still together and out and about and like with each other. So many years ago when I worked as a receptionist in a medical clinic, this old, like elderly couple, I mean, they were old, like 90s.
43. It was atrocious.
Where did that come from?
Just joshing around, you know. It was funny in my head, and I thought saying a not old age as an old age would be funny. Did I
Anyways, back to what I was saying. So, but no, that's okay. They were I like to tease. So they were they had to go to separate locations to wait for their providers, and they're like, "Oh, I'll miss you," and had to give each other a little peck kiss. I'm like, that's what I want. Like, what would that feel like to be with your best friend and life partner for life like that all the way to the end? That's just so sweet. It's kind of like Notebook stuff,
It's so cool seeing those relationships, like, like the first like 2 or 3 weeks of a new relationship where it's like all you want to do is just do shit for the other person and like, I don't know, just be excited to do stuff with them all the time.
Honeymoon period.
Yeah, exactly. And it's cool seeing this where it's like that just doesn't end. And they're just always like, I don't know, you're like with your grandpa at the store and he sees something, he's like, your grandma would love this or something, he just gets reminded of it. It's so cute. It's awesome. Like an old couple at like a restaurant, but then when you see just one old person at a restaurant, then you're like, oh.
Yeah. Well, and then there's that other piece of like being widowed and
We were talking today about how fun it would be to be like 80, actual old. And
there you go. That is old. Okay. 43 is young.
105. And go to a restaurant and like have a picture of your like very much alive wife. She's just not there or something.
Aww. Ouch.
No, I think once you get to that age, like, you've been living for everyone else. You get to fuck with the public now. And maybe get a free dessert.
Are we allowed to say the F-bombs?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can swear all you want.
I was trying to be very careful and dance around that, but...
Tell me you haven't watched our podcast without telling me.
I have not watched all
we
of your
podcasts yet. We say fuck and like all the time.
Okay, fuck and like and shit. All right.
Yay.
Yes. Potty mouth unzipped. Okay. Yeah, I love to sing. I love acting. I love to help people. So I am currently completing my supervised hours as a counselor intern right now. I have 2 more semesters. I'll be licensed by next summer. Mm-hmm. So I love helping people. I'm trying to think what else. My son.
Okay.
Doing stuff with him.
What's his deal? What's he?
My son is now 15. His birthday was last Friday.
Happy birthday.
Last Friday.
What's his? Or do you want to say his name or no?
Dresden.
Happy birthday, Dresden.
Happy birthday, Dresden.
It's late now, but when this comes out, it might be your next birthday. We got a lot of episodes backlogged.
Okay. Happy 16th.
Congrats on the learner's permit, dude.
Not yet.
Not yet. In a year, maybe.
We'll see.
Oh, it's you. Okay.
It's contingent on some things.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's kind of young.
Get some A's, dude. You just let's see. Was that me or you?
Sounded like a microwave.
That was. Oh, it's a computer over there.
Yeah, I'm on airplane mode and like do not disturb and like every setting you can set.
Oh, that is so chivalrous of you. Well, okay. I want to talk about singing and you're certified in helping people's mental health.
Okay, not certified yet, but
soon
certified.
To be. Because one, the last few years have gotten very into singing and musical theater and stuff, and I just like nerding out about that with people. And so my mental health questions. Well, I guess one, what do you want? Like, what's your forte with mental health? Like, what are you trying to?
My forte.
Not your piano. Your forte.
Yeah. So, well, why not? I'm very person-centered, so it goes back to a mental health theorist called Carl Rogers. So it's a Rogerian thing. He's very person-centered, meets people where they're at, but his methods I grab from everywhere. He's kind of outdated. Like I think he was born in the 30s. Oh boy, I hope the NCE doesn't see this, the National Counseling Exam people. But back in the 50s and 60s, there was still some judgment on people, like especially women around pregnancy and that type of thing. So I'm just very unconditional positive regard, which is all counselors should be. Mm-hmm. I'm scrubbed of bias. I could probably talk to you at great length about my Eastern theories and my spirituality. I definitely keep consciousness of that when I'm working with clients. I study Qigong, which is like, have you heard of Tai Chi? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Qi is the name for energy in China and Chinese, but in Korea, it's Qi. So I study Qigong. Which is kind of just like the meditative part of like Tai Chi. And so I kind of like look at the spiritual elements of kind of like energetically what makes people up and just keep that in my consciousness. Some people are open to talking about spirituality. And so if they bring it up, then we talk about it. And I let them kind of lead what they believe. I am finding that because I wanted to be very trauma focused, and I think I just kind of already knew in my gut that that was what I needed to focus on. And interestingly enough, pretty much every single diagnosis that I have encountered so far is always rooted in trauma. Mm-hmm. So, wow, someone really wants to talk to you. Are they saving you? You're like, hey,
I think it's whenever
hey.
he gets a text on his phone, it goes off on his thing. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about that.
It's kind of like when you're out on a date and you tell your friend, hey, at this time, you might need to bail me out.
I had my friend call me so that I would have to leave, and this is your podcast now.
Is this my cue?
Yeah, I'm.
Okay,
no, I'm. This is for me to leave. You can. No, but
keep going.
Was there like? Did you have like a moment that made you think like this is what I want to get into, and like it seems like maybe something happened where you're like I'm going to do my research on this to figure out why I'm feeling this way, and then it kind of led into you wanting to pursue it career-wise. Or
so after years of like figuring out how I was going to share art and film with people, and for the past 15 years raising my son, and kind of putting acting on the back burner of just not knocking on Hollywood's door right now. Because I don't have the time for that even now. Like until he is off in college in the next few years, and an adult, I really just don't have time to be on set like 15 hours a day.
Fair.
So, I figured out, and I had thought about psychology back in college as an undergrad, and I had considered it and didn't really feel like I wanted to dive in that yet. I think I kind of needed to go on this journey of sharing my passions in independent films and student films, and I studied my bachelor's is in film production, and then had a kiddo, been raising him, and that's been incredible. So, he was my drive for the past 15 years still. He's my number one. So, but I eventually realized, I was like, I don't want to work for corporate America. I finished my master's degree in fine art and graphic design. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't want to work for corporate America. I feel like this is very life sucking.
Yeah.
So I decided that I was going to focus on mental health. It's been a huge game changer for my son and I. I mean, I think mental health is great to focus on for everyone. Of course, therapy is something that we can choose to be a part of or not choose. It's not something that we need to be pressured in. There's a lot of stigma surrounding it. But just after watching myself guide my son through his stuff, and like me, I've been in therapy since I was divorced 12 years ago. So I was like, I could probably do this for other people. I'm a good listener. I'm very reflective. And I can share, I can become certified in art therapy. And because there's like psychodynamic therapy. Have you ever heard of this concept?
Mm-mm.
So you can actually have your clients, if they want to, I allow my clients to bring in whatever they want. I'm like, if you fucking need your guitar in the room to like process your stuff and name your emotions, bring your guitar in. But like, you can act out your trauma. So you can get in the moment, because I have trauma.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually writing a book and eventually adapting it into a script about what happened to me in my early 20s. Stay tuned for that. Maybe I'll have to come back on once I get that written.
I would love that.
Because I do have some people I might pitch that to in the film community. So
yay!
Everybody will be listening. But yeah, so there's psychodynamic therapy, there's play therapy. I've worked with a couple kiddos. I actually am finding that I really enjoy working with adults, especially young adults and adolescents that are kind of going through that identity crisis stuff and adding a little bit of career counseling in there. It's not something I'm certified in, but I did take a class on it. So like, we look at, okay, what's your identity and who were you as a kid and what was your favorite, who was your inspirational like hero as a kid or growing up, or what are your favorite colors and why? And like,
is there like,
who are you?
If you ask that question, who'd you like look up to growing up? Is there like a person who, if a kid said it, you'd be like, oh, I know exactly what's wrong with you.
So
like some 8-year-old's like Ronald Reagan or something. You're like, oh, your frontal lobe is gone or something. Like, is there like a dead giveaway to something a kid admires that it's just...
So it would be very unethical for me to jump to a conclusion for someone.
All right, what if I do?
But I get what you're saying.
Okay.
I gently guide. So I can't say specific like conversations that I've had with clients because of confidentiality. But let's say this. Okay. Who's your favorite superhero or like hero in general? Like, who was your hero growing up? It could be anybody. It could be like, it could be the guy on the cereal box that you saw every morning. It could be your dad, person in your life. And I'm going to open a Bublé.
Yeah. Michael Bublé.
I like him.
How can you not? He's the best, isn't he? He's got such a good voice.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. Probably some skier like Bodie Miller. Because I like only skied when I was like that was my identity. So
Okay.
probably like Warren Miller, maybe.
Okay.
Something like that.
What
I was
it?
never like a superhero kid.
That's,
But,
yeah.
Or I guess
Not
in that
everybody is.
aspect though, maybe like someone from Star Wars or something.
Oh, which one?
I think as a kid, I really liked Anakin just because, I don't know, he's rad. Not Darth Vader Anakin, but like Anakin right before
Right.
he,
So
killed
this
his-
would be like, I can't cancel you, but I can just give you an example. Like if we were in a session, if I was counseling you, we would kind of go into those layers of like, oh, why him, and why at that pivotal moment, and then we would tie it into like any kinds of like stuff you're navigating now, any challenges, and like you see the parallels and all that.
Well, let's
Which
do
is
it, because Anakin has too many feelings, and that's at the end
Right.
of the day his downfall.
Right.
You don't know me that well, but
Right. The weaknesses in the embracing of it's okay to be weak and strong, because that is human. And I think that is what ultimately led to his demise, right? And turn into the dark side, is that he took it as that's a weakness, and then I need to turn to hate and anger to bury it, instead of embracing it. Embracing that part of ourselves as human beings, that we can feel sad and we can feel weak and we can feel hopeless, but at the same time we can bring ourselves back and look at the bigger purpose and see the positive and how we can better ourselves.
fuck yeah.
Right?
That's sick. Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, it's just, that, I don't know, what you were saying made me think of how like kind of every relationship I've been in, I definitely have a tendency to like kind of dive in to everything to like, I don't know, I get kind of head over heels for people, and it usually sucks, especially when that happens kind of right away, because I don't know, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Maybe.
I hear you on that.
And Anakin, you know, he was all feeling, he just wanted Padme to, you know,
Right.
not die when she has that kid,
Right.
which is fair. So he did whatever he could, and ultimately his good wishes kind of killed her.
Well, he killed her. He made a choice.
Yeah, he did.
He made a choice.
But like, you know, he was bummed about it later.
Yeah. Which turned into many years of being bummed, and then like
Killed a lot of kids. I haven't done that.
yeah.
I haven't gone into like a daycare and just started.
I know, right? Like a slasher.
They're like, what
Yeah.
are we gonna do? Like, I would have at least said hi to the kids before I killed them. Like, he didn't even know. No gratuity or no pleasantries, just
I feel
death
like
glare.
I feel like that whole story of Anakin, I mean, not to be disrespectful to George Lucas and the whole Star Wars franchise. I love them. I freaking love them. You're amazing. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I'll tell you my favorite character in a minute. But I feel like it was a bit of a blemish on the saga, because I don't feel like it was. I don't feel like the dialogue was. There were places where it's like, did that scene really need to take place? Sure. And like, but yeah, I hear you. I even told my son, I was like, not gonna watch those with you yet, because of he killed younglings. It's like, well, damn. Like the serial killer.
Do you think they'd be able to express the like anguish and like kind of route that Anakin's brain was going through if they made Star Wars into a musical and they made a song about just that specific moment where he's like kind of going through his whole thing?
Max, you're onto something. Maybe there could be a parody now.
Well, that's what I think. That's one thing I really like about musicals as opposed to movies, is because I feel like a song is a lot better at especially like highlighting a specific emotion in a story that's happening. Like, I don't know, if in a movie, if someone says like, I love you to somebody, like that's great and all, but like sometimes you can say that and you mean it, but like you want to basically say that but bigger, you know what I mean?
Say it but bigger.
Yeah, and
we're
I
gonna
think
break out in a song now.
Maybe. And I think
did you choreograph something?
Come on out, everybody. And I
Flash
think
dance. Okay.
Can't da-na-na-na.
Right.
But I think that like a song, it would just kind of help zoom in on what is making him want to kill kids and want to, you know, give his whole life to this old dude.
I think it could have been written better. I think that part of the story, I agree with you. I think that whole part of the story was extremely important. I was trying to think of a more prestigious word there.
That's not
to the story and like the saga and everything, but I think it was very poorly written. I mean, the whole freaking scene where Anakin and Padme and they meet in the shadows, and she's like, I'm pregnant. What are we going to do? And it's like, is this a PSA for fucking Planned Parenthood?
You'd be like, Padme, I'm a Jedi. Like, I can take care of this baby. Just wait till the end of the movie.
My baby daddy is going to be Darth Vader.
What are we going to do? Have it? I don't know. I don't know if you remember, but we met when you were double my age. So, like, figure it out, Padme. I'm a kid.
All of a sudden, they're doing like a parody of "So Into You" by Ariana Grande, and she's like in the shadows with Darth Vader. I'm so into you.
That would be such a like. She's got like two different faces.
Exactly. Yeah.
So be on the lookout for Star Wars the musical.
Written by Max and Katie.
Yeah, an adaptation.
Yes. Yeah.
Cannot wait. What mental illness do I give off?
Oh, I cannot answer that, dude.
All right.
I would say sociability. That is not in the DSM-5.
Like, is that a illness? Like, what do you mean? Like, I am sick at socialness, or
no?
I don't know what that means.
We'll just call it social adjustment.
I am bad at, or I'm good at. I need help. I'm sick at it. I don't know. I am social adjustment.
Maybe like outside of the DSM-5, like the positive book where it's literally called that. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally making this up.
Oh, I don't.
Where we list.
That's how little I know about mental health. That could be true, and I don't know.
So a lot of like, I can't assess you or anything ethically.
We'll do it unethically. We're stating that this is not totally true.
I would literally get in trouble.
Fine.
But I can explain the process. Like, some of us have trauma in our past. Most of us do, even though we don't realize, oh yeah, I guess that was kind of like, someone bullying us in school, or relationships that are kind of off, and then we continue to have a pattern of going into the same relationships. And it's like, we look at like the bare bones of that, like, it's okay, this is bugging me. There we go.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, it's
Do
cool.
your thing.
Yeah. Yeah, just like the patterns. There can be like
OCD.
attachment style stuff. Well, so OCD, a lot of people say that, and we have to be really careful when we say that, because it could just like, I don't think I have OCD. Like, I don't think my son is going to trip and fall and die and break his back or whatever, just because I didn't smooth this out. That would be OCD. That's a real disorder. Y'all can YouTube that. There's actually a YouTube channel called Special Books for Special Kids. And this guy goes around the country. He's incredible. And he interviews people with all different types of disorders, disabilities, and they get to have a voice and talk about what is it like to have OCD, literally have OCD diagnosed, and be living with it. And like, how do they manage, and how do they navigate? And I feel like people in society today, like, there's too much fear around that cultural difference of like, oh my God, that person has no legs. Like, and then my child's like pointing, we're just going to go around the potato aisle or something and get away from. And it's like, no, you should go up to these people and ask them and say, hey, my son is just curious, has questions, like, ask them. I mean, it's kind of like when you're getting to know someone for the first time and they ask you why you like to wear purple, or why you enjoy making podcasts, or what it's like to be allergic to peanuts. I don't know.
Why are you allergic to peanuts? Why did you decide?
Are you allergic?
It seems like super.
Are you allergic? Yeah. Do you carry an EpiPen around with you everywhere? What's that
You're
like?
virtue signaling.
Right. And we need to talk. We need to talk about these things. Like, the more that we pull ourselves into our shells and don't discuss things or don't ask people questions, the more we are actually participating in unconscious bias.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess it seems like I mean, mental health has been around forever, but like it seems like we're just sort of recently starting to be more okay with talking about it and being more open. So it seems like we're in this weird transition of. I feel like there's a giant chunk of people that, not don't believe in like mental health or like mental disability, but it's like they have to like see it to believe it, sort of thing. And it is a hard thing to hear that, I don't know, someone is going through something that they don't really see it, like
Right.
ADD or OCD, like it's something that kind of really is only affecting that person, and to somebody who doesn't really get it, it might be something they might not take that seriously.
That's why we have to ask questions, and we got to talk about it. Yeah, and not all disabilities are visible. So, like, I have a different brain wiring. I'm not going to go too deep into that right now because I'm not ready to disclose all that yet. On
Stay tuned for part 2 when she's certified and
for the
writes
world.
a book.
But it's going to be a huge part of my advocacy because, and going back to like my story, like now in my life, I feel like I am so much more aware and connected with all of my identities, and I'm still growing and evolving and like understanding myself and how that connects with other people and for my son and everyone around me. But like, I feel like I want to put those kinds of ripples out there because with great privileges, you have to have a great amount of responsibility. Yes, we're going back to Spider-Man.
Okay. That's great power.
And my favorite superhero is definitely Superman.
So then what's your kryptonite?
My kryptonite.
I'm the therapist now.
Yes.
Yeah, you might have it all figured out, but
careful.
what's that thing that'll break you?
The thing that will break
Wrinkled
me.
table mats?
Oh my God. It's nails on cloth or teeth on cloth. Okay. Or like if someone slides a fucking chair across a carpet.
Carpet.
Don't do it.
Interesting.
Don't do it.
I get hardwood, but the carpet sound, that gets you?
There's something about soft cloth and like nails and teeth and like something hard, like moving on.
Is it like when your nails like kind of catch on things?
It's really bugging me now.
Oh, sorry. How about nails on a chalkboard? Is that?
Oh, yeah. Let's not do that.
Okay. I've never heard the cloth one. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's me. That's 100% organic me.
I feel like I've got some like there's certain words that I just don't, that make me feel weird when I say them.
Like metropoly or
Poop.
supercalifragilistic.
That gets me. I don't know. I just hate saying that. Now,
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah.
Whenever, I don't know, there's some words that are just weird for me to say. And
Right. Well, it's like, why would someone say poop? Why can't they just say fuck?
yeah. Why? Yeah, exactly.
Or banana fudge.
Mhm.
Or damn it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, what is your kryptonite? What breaks you?
I don't know. I think like what is me break? Is it like what makes me like angry, or what
Makes you shut down.
just to where like I just need to be by myself and just
Yeah, reset.
Okay. I think if I'm around, I like
It's a hard one,
that's
isn't
a
it?
good question. Yeah, I
To
don't
like
know.
look inward, it's really hard.
I'm trying to think. I know I've got stuff. It's just there's a lot of things that like get me annoyed, but there's not a lot of things that make me like angry. Like I think that just might be like the comedian in me where I just get like kind of snarky at things, and there are things that like but
Well,
I do
Chihuahuas.
yeah, it's like at the end of the I don't care, but like I like chihuahuas, but like for the joke, it's fun to act like I hate chihuahuas.
Okay then.
And but I've the last few years I've been trying really hard to like not get angry, like not like heated to where I can't think, like, and also like when I do get like that, I've tried to just kind of I don't know, get away from everyone and like just something like what's making me mad and stuff. And That is breaking me.
It's the ding, everybody.
Something that like I know.
Notification.
Yeah, a noise
That will not stop.
a repetitive. Oh my god! It's like.
Are you dating your computer?
It's not my computer. That's the thing. It's like if someone else's phone is just over there and I can't open it to turn the sounds off.
It's like a soundtrack. We should just throw it together and make a mix.
You're right. You know what?
Ding.
We're gonna turn this negative into a positive and remix this Apple ding. That gets me.
Is there any way to mute it?
I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
Okay.
I'm gonna think
Whoa.
about what gets me mad. See, this would be like an annoying thing. Where
What did you run into? The lighting gave him a concussion. I'm just noticing this bubbly mango flavored water. It does not smell or taste like mango.
What does it just taste yellow?
Actually, it does. Yeah. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what yellow smells like, tastes like.
I hit the sound off buttons on that computer, and I'm gonna not let it get to me. If it does it again, it's something that's out of my control, and I can't. I'm gonna rise above that ding. If it really gets so bad,
Yeah.
I'll put headphones on, and it'll be okay.
We'll still hear it though.
Yeah, we will.
Yes.
But you know what? This is too fun for me to let that bug me.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We're having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So chihuahuas and dings, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
People that how about the drive? I do kind of get road rage. That is something where I think of that more as like therapy or like a verbal like punching bag, because I'm in my car, the windows are up, and I will yell every like. It's so like someone won't use their blinker or something in front of me. I'll be like, you're like such a piece of worthless human garbage. And then I get out of my car and I feel great. Because I think it's like I was able to say those words to the world, but no one heard it. And
Yeah, that's true.
it's like the one time I actively try to be just ridiculously, absurdly judgmental and make all the wrong calls on people.
Yeah. I think it's really, I agree with you. I think it's really important to take that time to like vent in your own space or whatever. I tell my son all the time, I'm like, you can write whatever you want in your journal about me. I don't give a crap. You can drop F-bombs in there. You can cuss. I'm not going to read it. He's always afraid, well, you're just going to read it. I'm like, I'm not going to touch your journal. Mm-hmm. Trust me. I don't want to touch your journal. You're 15. I don't want to know what's going on in the mind unless you want to talk about it. Yeah. And we can talk about it.
Do you do that? Do you like if you're, I don't know, confused about something or something's driving you crazy, but you don't know why?
I'm a pirate mouth.
You're a pirate, like just swear it out sort of thing?
Just fucking swear it out.
But have you ever like, I don't know, written out how you're feeling? Be like, oh, I am overreacting, or like...
Yes, I play chess with my mind all the time. So I am INFP personality type. Have you heard of this, Myers-Briggs?
I have taken I forgot what mine was.
Myers-Briggs.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's cool.
I am introverted, very creative. It's actually pretty rare of the population, or maybe it's rare for women to have it. I can't remember. I think it's rare for men. I can't remember. But yeah, I'm very introverted, very up in my head. I overthink everything. And I even overthink my overthinking. So, like, yeah. But I'm sorry, what was the question again? Trying to remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, it
was like writing out your feelings.
Oh yeah, writing out my feelings. So yeah. See, here I go overthinking everything. I overthink while I'm thinking, while I'm talking.
This is the place.
I overthink by talking.
I think, here's the thing. I'm
thinking about what you're thinking.
I like podcasts and stuff because I think it's really interesting seeing how brains work. I like having a conversation and seeing like it flip different switches in my brain, and then maybe we say something that's never been said before, or a cool like, I don't know. It's cool seeing what comes out of a and it sounds sad, but I promise it's for like artsy fartsy purposes.
Don't break my heart.
I like drinking by myself, which
Okay.
not all the time.
Okay.
Not all the
Okay.
time.
Okay.
No, it's like I like sitting down having like 3 or 4 and then like writing. Just seeing where like that it's not like
that's cool.
It's like it's for the purpose of let's alter my brain and see what it thinks of.
Yeah.
I think that it's not have I drank by myself because I was angry about something? Sure. But this is different.
You can
different alone
also
drinking.
meditate and get into that center core of yourself and just be like completely true and transparent with yourself too.
Or PCP.
Or-
and you can flip a car over.
Or not.
To each their own, okay? I'm sensing a lot of judgment here.
That might be very expensive or very like putting yourself in a powerless situation where you have to sit in a courtroom and handcuffs and, you know,
All
another
right,
chapter
dude.
of the life. Anyways, to each their own, as Max said.
I like seeing how brains think or work. And
Yes.
so overthink out loud on the podcast. I think that's cool. I like seeing the route you took to get to this.
Yes. Overthink out loud. That is a good one. Hashtag overthink out loud, y'all.
See, that's what we routed I thought out loud and now we said a cool thing. Isn't that fun?
Right?
We did it.
We did it.
That's a clip.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. No, I've had scream sessions in my car before.
Oh, fuck. That reminded me. My coworker, he does that too. When he talks about how like sometimes he gets like very overstimulated and he has times where like he's gotten to where like he recognizes when it's going to happen so he can like go be by himself and let it out sort of thing.
Yes.
And he told me today, he's like, Max, before you leave work, I want you to like give me a full just anger scream or whatever. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm down. Like
In work.
it's my job's cool.
Okay.
Sort of.
They're cool
I mean,
with
the
the
job
screaming.
sucks. The people there are cool. I just drive cars around all day. It's fine. But
So you can scream in the car
yeah,
while you're
I
driving
could,
around
I could
all day.
scream at work too. I like my coworkers. It's fine.
And then you accidentally leave a window open.
We're focusing
You're
on
like,
the wrong
"What the
things here. But I just forgot to. I didn't do, you reminded me I didn't loud scream for Zach today and I'm sorry, Zach. Because I told him, I was like, I don't want to like just scream.
He would do it now, but it might go above the decibel amount allotted
I might
for
peak the
podcast.
microphone.
Yeah.
But also like, ooh, we can transition into singing from this.
Okay.
Because I've recently been getting into singing, and I didn't want to like give him just a full scream because I was like, I don't want to damage my vocal cords, but I'll give you a full chest belt.
But you can scream from the diaphragm.
I can. It's just I'm not good
You
enough
can
yet.
do
to where
the
it gets
whistle,
like,
the whistly Mariah Carey thing.
That's hard. Have you seen that video for like breaking that record for like the highest notes during like a live show where she does those like whistle notes?
No,
It's badass.
I love her.
There's a video of her at some show, and she like I think she broke the record for it's the highest note someone's hit live, and you can just see
Really?
her like
Well, she does have 8 octaves.
so good. Yeah.
She's so good. She was actually this is dating me a little bit. And I told you I'd hint. Here's the moment. So it was Sam Goody I bought back when Sam Goody was a real thing. She was my first CD I ever bought.
Nice.
And it was, I'm trying to remember which one it was. I don't remember the name of it.
Sam Goody
It was not
has-
Emotions. It was definitely, I think it was like the one with Daydream and all that on it. I was a huge Mariah Carey fan as a kid. I still love her. I love Mariah Carey. I love you. Okay.
We an episode we did forever ago, Samson and I chose a song that we would learn to play on. He plays saxophone, I play clarinet.
Ooh.
And we chose Fantasy by Mariah Carey, and
I
then we
fucking
took like
love that song.
it was so fun. But we took like 2 weeks to learn it, and then we met up to film a pod and we played through it. And I think it was one of our most viewed things just because we had Mariah Carey tagged on it, and I think all of her fans would see
Hell
it. and,
yeah.
it was a lot of fun.
Did you get them?
get like her fans.
Yeah.
I'm sure we got a couple of followers through it, but we got
I'm gonna check that out.
It was, I can find which one it was. It was from like probably a year ago. Pretty good fantasy of oh yeah, we played fantasy and then we got free coffee from this company and we drank like all of it in a night.
Sweet fantasy, baby. You come and you take me on and on and on. I love that song.
You want to keep going? I don't know the words that well, but you know.
I'm trying to remember them. I do have generalized anxiety disorder, so I get nervous. I laugh when I'm nervous, and I overthink everything. So.
Do you get that like where you're kind of only breathing in, sort of thing when you're?
Oh, I've had panic attacks before.
Like on a stage or like in front of people, sort of thing, or?
Yeah, and it's just been a long time since I've sang or acted in front of people on a stage because it was no problem back when I was younger, but then for so many years it's just always been okay, I'm a mom, okay, you know, like rating the cat took the dog for a walk type of stuff.
For sure.
And then like play dates and figuring out the whole social connection with parents and stuff. Okay, all right, yes, I get tight in my chest. I'm trying to remember the words. If you want to Google them, I'll give it to you.
If you want to sing the song, we can sing the song, I guess.
Yes, I'm on S-Mule. So
what's that?
S-Mule. It's a singing app, and it's kind of like my downtime thing. Okay. Also,
is that this app?
I have a shit ton of songs that I am writing, especially after this last breakup that I had.
Same.
And do not define me. Oh, really? Oh, do not.
We're all going through it. Right?
Yes.
This will come out a while. You won't know.
That is the best way to process. I mean, see a therapist, obviously. Like my therapist is incredible. I love her. I've been seeing her for almost 4 years now, and she doesn't judge. Just went through really rough, anyway. But yes, I have so many songs in my voice memo thing in my iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have lyrics typed out in the notes thing, which is also what Taylor Swift does. But I started doing it before I knew she was doing it. So sorry, Taylor.
I think she's probably not the only one who does that, right?
No.
Yeah, I feel like.
But she was handed a PhD because yeah.
Okay. I mean, side note, but also not. It's fun to write out your feelings in poetry, especially when you're sad.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, it sucks, but it's good to think through your feelings. And I don't know, it's something I had never really done until recently. And yeah, it does feel good. It's hard for me to go back and read them, but
yeah. And I usually come up with them in the middle of a shower. So I have to fucking step out of the shower and grab my phone. Thank God it's an iPhone 13. Thank you, Apple. And it's okay if it gets a little
brought
wet.
to you by Apple.
I know, right? I have to hashtag them when I actually end up mixing. See, that's another thing. I don't know how to mix music. But I know the fucking tune that I want to do. And I know the lyrics, or once the tune is going, then I can figure out the rest of them. But I've got some riffs, and I've got the chorus for most of them.
Do you play instruments, or do you what's your music? Your whole
I love guitar and I love piano. I don't own a piano though, so I can't really. But so I grew up with a dad that taught me chords off and on throughout the years, but it never really stuck because I was always interested in acting. And I was always drawing up until the wee hours of the night, just sketching things. And so it never really stuck. I need to get back into it. I keep having this feeling, this nudge in my gut of girl, you got to get your guitar. I have a guitar. You got to get it out. You got to learn it. But I haven't had an in-person person to teach me. So
after my my irrational thing I did after my little heartbreak a little bit ago, I bought a keyboard and like every day since I've been putting like 3 hours into it.
Aw.
Piano is so fun.
Hell
like
yeah.
I'm still not great at it, but just I don't know, once you learn a few chords and
Yes.
once you kind of get over the intimidation factor of using two hands and both hands doing different things, and
Yeah.
it's so fun. You can play any song.
I
And
need to get a fucking
It's
keyboard.
a whole new
Thank you.
world. Go get a used one from Guitar Center. Yeah. That's where I got mine. It was like $60. It's sick.
Guitar store, center, garage,
Hero.
It's like multiple choice.
The guitar place. Go there. The Walmart for music.
Well, and people are always posting them on like Facebook Marketplace or Nextdoor or whatever too. So, but yeah, I need to get. I'm dealing with a lot right now, like being stretched in all kinds of different directions. So,
Life will get you.
yeah. But I would love to come back on and share some of that music.
That would be
once
awesome.
Yeah. I just don't want anyone to steal it, so I'm not going to do it today.
Fair enough. We'll wait till you got them polished and the way you want them.
Polished.
Did you ever do like musicals and stuff growing up, or did you just like what was your?
So, I was kind of a stage hog when I was in middle school, and I was Dorothy
in
Wizard of Oz.
Nice.
Yeah. What else? I was Mary in the nativity play that I actually wrote. So in middle school, I was very industrious.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually write my own plays, cast the kids, and then I would direct, and then I would act in some of them as well. It was very theatrical.
That's awesome.
You know the American Girls dolls?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So way back when it was only like 3 dolls. Way back when. I would they actually had like, their little story and stuff. And then they actually had like a little playbook, like theatrical, like, playwright thing. Uh-huh. And so I would get the girls together and be like, all right, you're playing Samantha. I'm playing this one. You play that one. And then we would just like heavy duty, I would go at it. And they're like, okay, Katie, whoa.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So.
An American girl.
Yeah. She was an American girl.
What do you have like a favorite musical you've done and versus just favorite in general?
Okay, so I was actually, this brings back a memory. I was in Little House on the Prairie theatrical production. It was by a big time production, and I acquired some voice training through that program. Lots of theatrical acting lessons, but I was only a chorus girl. So, and I was in Aladdin as well, and that was a lot of fun. I was a Jules girl. and my brother was...
I just learned a whole new world on the piano the other day. Keep going.
I love that song. Have you seen the SNL rendition?
The kind of with Pete and Kim? That one?
No, but they're on a carpet. I don't remember who it was.
Wasn't it Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian?
No.
They
dated, but they were on SNL.
Isn't that how they met? It was from that Aladdin sketch, right?
I'm so not a huge fan of Pete Davidson. I love you. I have empathy for you, Pete. I feel like you gotta have some healing, dude. But like, no, they're like, a whole new world.
Oh, it's not that one?
Yeah, but that's not Kim Kardashian, is it?
That's Kim Kardashian.
No, wait, it's not that one though. It's a different one. I'm trying to remember who it was, but like they're on the fucking carpet. And then all of a sudden like a plane dumps their like toilet on her or whatever, and she's like, what the fuck? Oh,
there was one. Yeah. Oh, they've done a few different Aladdins.
Yes. I love SNL.
The one with Jason Sudeikis, maybe? There's like that one.
No. Yes.
Okay.
What's his name?
Adam
that played
Driver.
Kylo Ren. Yes, I love Adam Driver. He is one of my fucking favorite actors right now.
Okay.
Yes.
And Cecily Strong. Okay.
Yes, Cecily Strong. I should know these names.
Have you seen Schmigadoon?
No.
It's the new like musical TV
I
show that
love
Lorne
Brigadoon.
Michaels. So okay,
That
see,
was one of my favorite musicals growing up as a kid.
then you would love this show.
Okay.
It's Keegan Michael Key and Cecily Strong are like the two leads in it, and they're like a married couple.
Oh,
and
fuck yeah.
Every like the first season, they're I think they like just get married and they're kind of going through something, and they end up in this musical world, and it's got
Okay.
like it's like a Lorne Michaels thing, so it's very SNL-y.
Dude, I
But
need to watch
there's
this.
like every Broadway person is on it. Like Kristen Chenoweth is
Text
all
it
over.
to me. Text it
Okay.
to me. Text it to me.
Um,
We
yeah,
should
there's-
do some skits sometime.
I have so many.
Dude, I love
sketches.
improv. And are you a Christopher Guest fan?
Christopher Guest.
Oh, dude. If you like
Maybe.
SNL, you have to. Okay, Best in Show. I will text it to you.
Okay.
It is. It's like the mecca for cinematic improv and
Oh.
comedy at its best. So, and that actually is one of my go-to testers for it has been for years. I don't know why. Maybe it's silly, but it's just me. For like whether or not I should continue to date someone. I show
Okay.
them this movie, and if they don't get it, I'm like,
Best in Show. If
I don't know if this is going to work out.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I just remember I started dating someone when I got divorced like 12 years ago. And we watched the movie and he's like, not laughing, nothing, like stone face. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if this is really.
Why aren't you
It's fucking
like ecstatic
hilarious.
like me?
I
This
love
is-
it. I love it.
Doesn't it suck when someone like just doesn't share your enthusiasm with
I
the thing that when you tell them how much this thing means to you and they can't even like fake it?
It's a little overrated though, but I love it. I love that movie. And I think it's even funnier because I know I'm familiar with a lot of the actors, like what's her name? My memory is not so great with names now. I have like mom brain.
Jane Lynch, Parker Rosie, John Michael.
Yeah, Parker Posey.
Catherine O'Hara. Oh, Jennifer Coolidge. Right, she's in
Yeah,
it.
Catherine O'Hara. And what's the guy's name? I can't remember.
Eugene
Levy.
Yeah.
So I grew up with fucking Eugene Levy, like, you know, Splash and
Hell yeah, he's awesome.
like all the 80s movies. And so I guess it's more of an inside joke with myself, maybe. So I think I was setting my standards a little too high. If I date you and you don't like this movie, it's not a deal breaker
Look,
anymore.
at the end of the day,
It was at one time.
well, at the end of the day, you're
can
all
be
you've got.
flexible.
You know what makes you happy, and
Hell
I
yeah.
feel like that's one. Like
I
that's-
dated myself for like 12 years.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
took go fuck yourself literally. That's sick. Sorry. See, this is why I'm different adulty.
But I thought we were adulting tonight.
You're right.
Yes,
Well,
that was the conversation coming in.
I fucked that call back
Did
up.
we not agree on that?
No, we did. We did.
Okay. Okay. Nope.
That's on me. I'll take it.
Have you seen the SNL where the old couple is at a restaurant? It's with okay, my mom brain is sucky right now. What's his name?
That's okay. Old people in a diner.
No. What's his name? Will Ferrell.
Oh,
And she just left. She's lesbian. She has blonde hair.
Kate McKinnon.
Yes, Kate McKinnon. I fucking love her.
Did you?
So
Or,
have you seen it? They're like in this. They're in this like family style like restaurant, and they're actually parodying a video where this old couple, like senior citizens, were making a commercial with the restaurant.
Oh, I
And
have
they're-
seen this.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, I remember this one. It was awesome.
Crusty. Yeah.
Did you see the Barbie movie?
Not yet.
Okay, never mind then. They're both in it. And that's all I'll say.
No way. I am so fucking watching it now. Okay.
You gotta see it.
I didn't want to at first because I thought it was just stereotype
It's-
America, but is it breaking all of those molds?
Here's any expectation you have is going to be exceeded. It's so good. Like it ends in it everything goes the way you don't think it will, but in the best way. Like it's written so well. It's not you think You think it's going to be traditional, but it's
See?
not.
It's everything that you didn't expect, Max. Look how well you're doing with this.
I recognize that's bugging me, and there's nothing I can do. Moving on. The Barbie movie fucks. Go watch it. It's pretty good.
It bangs, people.
Branding.
You heard it here from Max.
It's certified pretty good.
Yes. Well, I wanted to get my photo taken in the box thing.
The what? Oh, the yep. Sorry, I keep
So I'm going to go as a very unique form of myself and get my photo taken in it.
What's the unique version?
Oh, maybe I could go as Cowgirl Barbie. That has been my latest thing lately. I bought cowgirl boots.
Sick.
I've done 2 shoots now with them. Done the whole rustic cowgirl thing.
Cool. Just posing on
Photographers
rustic
are reaching out
trucks
to
and
me.
stuff.
They're like, "Oh, let's do that!" Because I was like, "I got cowgirl boots." They're like, "We're gonna. Do you want to shoot with those?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's." Yes. Vintage truck. Mm-hmm.
So, I want to know what your favorite musical in general is, and then I want to know what, I guess, modeling, acting projects you got going on right now.
Okay. So I love The Sound of Music.
Sick.
The hills are alive
with the
sound of music. Did you see the COVID-19 meme? The hills are closed. They're like,
no, I didn't see that.
They're like manhandling. What's her name?
Julie Andrews.
Thank you. Your young mind.
It's
2
an
men are
mind.
taking her off of the hills. So I posted that to see what was going on. I'm not a huge Facebook person.
Good.
I mainly just use Instagram to post my portfolio.
It's for work. Yeah.
So I'm glad I caught your message because I'm not normally on that page. That's my friends and family page.
Might be.
But
sorry, everybody.
I love that movie. I also love Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I would love to take my son to a live showing of that. I finally had him sit down and watch it. I'm like, get your butt down here. You're watching this movie. Because I grew up with it. If I were a rich man.
Have you heard the Gwen Stefani cover of that song?
I love Gwen Stefani. Yes.
Sick. It's awesome.
I love her. And also... Mm-hmm. I'm totally ignoring it. You should too.
I am listening to you and only you right now. I'm blocking.
I love Across the Universe.
I haven't seen that or heard it.
Oh.
Oh
yeah.
Across the Universe?
Yeah.
I'll listen to the album.
When did it debut? In 2008? When I was actually 2007. I was pregnant with my son at the time.
Okay. It's lyrical and passionate, gorgeous movie, very trippy, good songs. Okay.
Hold your hand.
Oh, is it like a jukebox musical?
Hold your hand. So it's basically, it's telling the story of what the fuck was going on during the 60s and the Vietnam War and how it was affecting everybody. And the key characters are kind of stretched out into all these controversial things that happened around that time. Like one of the main characters, her brother ends up in the war, didn't want to. He was drafted. And then you have the guy that's embodying that Beatles indifference, the UK indifference with the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And then the girl who wants peace for her country and the streets of New York. And then the riots and the black community taking the grunt of all the hate and violence. And it's a really good movie. And then they do have a lot, I'm pretty sure most of the music is influenced by the Beatles.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, the cast is
and then you
stacked.
have lesbianism becoming a cultural identity and what that looks like for some people. You've got the soul singer, strong woman character. I freaking love that movie. I still haven't watched that with my son yet. I want him to watch the Beatles documentary first on Netflix.
Fuck yeah.
I'm totally nerding out right now.
do it. This is the place.
What's her name? That blonde character, blonde actress that she has a more masculine name, but I love it because
In Across the Universe?
Yeah,
Or-
she was also
There's Evan
she
Rachel Wood.
Evan Rachel Woods.
Rachel Wood.
Yeah, Rachel Wood. My bad.
She played Lucy.
She's an incredible singer.
She.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. She totally fucking like hits it.
That one sounded pretty.
It's awesome.
Okay. New thing to watch.
Hell yeah.
Songs. Oh.
And then you got to
okay.
get back to me. That's your homework.
Okay.
'Kay.
Deal. It won't be. From.
And we got to think about doing some skits.
I've got a bunch of. Oh, do you know?
I need to get more wigs.
I
I
have-
totally want to do some SNL shit. I've been wanting to do that so bad.
Yeah. Very like Whitest Kids You Know, and like.
Oh, no cultural like diversity.
Huh?
Nothing.
Have you
Never
watched
mind.
Whitest Kids You Know?
No.
Oh, it's like an old sketch comedy.
I
thing.
didn't know that was a literal thing.
Yeah. I wasn't. Just we're gonna be the whitest people.
I'm being
It's gonna-
educated further today on comedy.
That's okay.
Okay. Did I miss any of your questions or like digress too much?
What? No, you answered your favorite musical. Now, what are you working on? We'll
yeah.
slowly start. Let's.
So.
Oh damn, we're talking forever. Sick. Yeah, we can. What you got going on?
Oh, yeah. Am I taking too long?
No.
Okay. Well, I like your stickers.
Thank you. You can have one.
Is that a real animal? Okay.
Oh what? What are you looking at?
It's like I thought that was a pet under there. It's like
Oh,
black
it's
and white.
It's a helmet.
So at first I thought maybe it was a cat or something or a dog, and then I thought, oh no, maybe it's just a stuffy. But I'm like, what?
I'll get it.
It's a really fucked up stuffy. Maybe you should wear it.
It's a thrift store find.
Oh hell yeah! See, that's what you should put on your raccoon guy.
I could, just to show that he's fun and
then
quirky.
just, like push this down and be like, we're gonna make some meth now.
America's all about speed. Hot, nasty, badass speed. The drug.
Okay, what were we talking about?
What do you have going on in your life?
Well, when you put it that way, with the fucking helmet on, with the visor and everything.
Can you be serious for 2 fucking seconds?
I'm
trying to get a fucking answer out of you.
It's not in my vocabulary right now.
Good. That'd be annoying.
So I have been working with. Sorry,
Okay.
I have been working with some photographers. Some of them are like art photographers. Well, they pretty much all are, but yeah. So I've done some like rustic cowgirl type stuff lately. I have a shoot coming up on Thursday, and he's like, just pack your rolling suitcase thing. I'm like, I already got it packed. We'll just do a bunch of different stuff. I'm going to redo my headshots. Nice. I'm going to get some more web content for my modeling agency. I'm losing my voice. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my voice to work now.
Say less. I get it.
Okay, I'm back.
Prove it. Hidden high F.
I don't know if I can hit that yet.
Okay.
Do, re, mi. Okay. Fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. So Thursday I'm going to have a photo shoot, and I think I'm gonna try out some different I have a bikini shoot coming up at Eagle Island.
Sick.
So yeah, I'm going to work with the photographer that I did the vintage truck and like rustic cowgirl stuff again. We want to get some more content like in a very like grassy field type thing, or maybe sunflowers.
Cool.
Sundressy, like lots of flowy golden light, magic hour.
You're gonna frolic?
I'm gonna frolic.
Nice.
I'm gonna fucking frolic.
When was the last time you had a good frolic? You ever gallivant?
I fucking gallivant in my home all the time. My son is now like oblivious to it. He's just like, oh, she's just, that's my mom.
Gallivanting. That
That's my
guffawing all
mom.
the time.
She's just she's doing her thing again. I'll probably just like sprawl out and be like,
Yeah.
I love it.
If
I like it a lot.
if tomorrow you're like making a living doing whatever creative thing you can't, if you could have your like dream creative career tomorrow, what's the goal?
I want to tell stories.
Okay.
I want to, even with modeling, I'm able to I didn't think I would like modeling so much, but I love it because you go out and for like an hour or two, you can like create the story and just like, okay, did we work that? Did we get that yet? Like what's the story here with like this object that I'm like modeling on? And you can go from different angles and you can improvise and be like, hey, I didn't think about that. Let's try this. Like, I'll get up on the hood of the car,
Nice.
And fucking like,
Car.
blue steel type of thing. But like, no, I want to tell stories. So I actually want to reach out to an author and adapt a script that I've been wanting to adapt from a novel since I was 16.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like about time travel and like mystery and romance and action. But then I also have my own stories that I want to tell and I want to get them produced.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And I want to do some acting, but like, I want to uplift the planet. Like I want to be a spiritual warrior and like, yeah. And I want to help people too. I'm definitely one of those people where I would not sit on millions of dollars like some people do.
Sure.
I'd probably invest my money. This is very deep. And I'd pay off my debt, buy my school loans debt, and then buy a house and make sure that my son has some savings for when he goes off to do his adulting. And
Whatever his definition for that may be.
fuck yeah. And then also for my own retirement adulting, I'd retire. Well, I'd keep working. I'd keep telling the stories, tell it. And, but I would invest a lot of money into like figuring out how to help people that are really being affected by homelessness. Maybe help like the government. I would love to like figure out a way to like start up communities where people can like have their own community, like build houses that are sustainable or like, I don't know, something. Like I would love to help people. I would love to travel also, learn about different cultures, do volunteer work, like go to Africa, go to Indonesia, see how I can help, maybe clean up straws off the beach. I don't know. I want to learn things. I feel like that is going to be the next project of my life is like traveling, telling stories, connecting with other human beings. Yeah.
Well, that leads us to my first question. That
Okay.
is another thing that seeing people that just want to feel good by helping other people feel good makes me feel good. And that was a perfect answer. That was so nice.
Yeah.
Katie's a pretty good person.
That's right.
Certified pretty good.
He said it.
That's the brand.
I am my own brand. You are your own brand.
And we're all pretty good.
Yeah.
Except for this guy, John, I met last week. He sucked.
Oh, no.
Not everyone's pretty good. Anyways, any last word? This was so fun.
Hell yeah, it was.
It was great meeting you. This was
excellent
official.
meeting you.
I've seen your name around. That's about it, though.
You're like, well, there she is. Okay. Yeah. I'm around.
Yeah, dude. Are you on IMDb or Insta? Where can someone, if they dig what you're about, what do they look up?
It depends on which part of me they're looking up. IMDb, No, I mean, like, which part of my identity? How dare you?
I didn't say anything.
It was the lack of specifics.
Sometimes saying
that was
nothing says the
concerning.
most.
Sometimes wearing that helmet.
I'm adulting.
Yeah. Yes. So I am on IMDb. Katie Sudhalter. Long German last name. I am on Instagram. So Katie Anna Rose modeling
Wait, so
acting. I don't
which
even
name
know.
is the one that I should call you?
Yeah, that was.
'Cause
The
I think
question.
I said Rose earlier.
We can do
Whoops. Okay.
both.
Do you want one?
Katie. So Anna Rose is my new middle name legally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's why I use it on that one. But you could call me both. Katie Anna Rose Sudhalter.
You can call me Betty, but when you call me, you can call me out.
Anywho's.
If you want to call me Kate, it's gonna cost you. I'm kidding. No. Yeah.
I'm the dirty one.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I have 2 different Instas. Yeah.
Sick.
I just don't want my granny to see me do an implied nudity.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, reasonable. Well, shit. Should we end this on a high note?
On a high note.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like what's a song with a fun little high part that we could harmonize on?
Yeah. Let's see. Do any come to your mind?
There's like the falsetto parts in Those Magic Changes from Grease.
Oh.
I know that.
Yeah. I love Grace.
Do you know that song?
Which song?
It's in the movie they it's kind of like it's the song they sing kind of in the background. You only see the end of it after it's like during their prom scene, but it's when that Shauna Na band does the like it's there's just that part at the end. You basically just see the end where he goes hoo 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 and
I don't know that one.
oh, okay. That's just the ones I did a production of Grease, and that was like the song that I sang, and so
Oh.
I know it.
Oh.
But we can do like, I don't know.
Uniqueness.
I Want It That Way. That one's pretty fun. It's pretty easy. Gets pretty high. But
Are you talking Backstreet Boys stuff?
yeah.
I want it that way.
We could do that. Or we could just kind of slide up into a high note and just not really have a song. Just sort of thing. And then we'll cut it off right. And then that's probably going to play right as we hit the fun part.
I don't know. I'm an Ariana Grande person right now at the moment. Or we could do those summer nights.
Bye.
Bye.